welcome back. This is Defender Fabrication. My name's Scott, and this is the first video for a new project. We're going to call this project Dusty Bird. Dusty because it sat here so long waiting on me to get started that it's just covered in dust, and Bird because it's a 97 Pontiac Firebird. This car is a full tube chassis car with the exception of the front clip. The front clip is a 97 Firebird, and it uses factory General Motors style struts and suspension components. Now, that used to be a requirement for that in some forms of racing. There no longer is. The customer's not interested in pursuing any of that, and he wants to get it set up for forged aluminum racing struts so that the car is easier to maintain and easier to adjust. So what we're going to do to help him get this car so that it rolls, not only are we going to replace the front clip, but we're also going to get him a pair of axles and complete the rear end so we can get this thing sitting on wheels. The idea is that it will then be an easier project to sell to somebody else to complete. So let's take a look at the parts that the owner gave us to work with. So what we've got is a steering rack that is not a typical racing unit in that the mount is more of a Mustang style mount with a bolt on each side, as opposed to what you normally see on a race car would have a clamp type system. But nonetheless, it's just a matter of putting a different bracket on. We'll dedicate one full video of this just to how the rack's going to get mounted on this front clip and how to set it up right to not encounter any bump steer and get the steering angles correct. We also have a set of strange forged aluminum racing struts. Now, I believe these are new, but they have been, this is not a brand new kit. What he got was something that somebody had started to use, and I'm not sure why they abandoned it, but the lower control arm pieces have all been fit and welded for something. Now, it's unlikely that these are going to be the correct length, so what we'll probably do, or what we'll have to do, is to remove these tubes and get these set up for our track width and our frame width. So here you can see that this is where the firewall would be installed. This is where your mid plate would be. This is a motor plate for an LS engine. We will not use this on this project. This car will be set up for both big block and small block Chevy when we're done. That will be a separate video just on the motor mounting. But you can see here is the GM front clip, the front frame horns from the Pontiac. We'll be cutting all this off, and we will fit new frame rails and attach all the struts and of course all the upper structure. Now let's move inside and I'll show you something else that's kind of neat. This is considered a double frame rail chassis. So this upper tube will extend beyond that mid plate section and go all the way to the front. So this chassis was originally built to handle quite a bit of horsepower. I have went ahead and got the rear end out of the car. We'll take a look at it. This is a mock-up engine, big block Chevy, and a new motor plate. There will be a motor plate for the big block Chevy, but not one cut for a small block, although the mounts will be able to accept that when we're done. This is the fabricated 9-inch Ford that came with this chassis. So the owner has got a new third member, and we're going to sell him a pair of strange 40 spline axles to get this axle together. He's got wheels and tires. That'll get the rear end on the ground, and then the front clip will get the front on the ground. And that concludes what we're going to do here. So that's a brief introduction. Like I said, we're going to do these videos as short and succinct as possible. If you like to see these kind of videos, subscribe to the channel. If you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. Don't be afraid to comment and ask questions. try to get back with everybody as quickly as possible. And I'll see you on the next episode. We'll go over the chassis jig and get it set up. Thanks for watching.